So let me get this straight for the record, fellas. Let's flip it. If you get into a relationship or you start dating a woman and she's giving you gawk 3,000 for 2 years straight, and then all of a sudden cut it off, are you gonna think? Aren't you gonna feel offended?
It depends on it.
Love
It depends on
bombing.
what I. Well, obviously, I will feel offended.
They love.
Obviously, I will feel offended. However, if she stopped doing it because I wasn't reciprocating or I wasn't showing any appreciation, and she felt like she was all in by herself and there was no me there, then I can say what I want to say, but that doesn't make her a bad person to decide to stop.
I'll keep it G.
I would say it makes her a bad person if she just stopped, because you painting me a picture of what you are and what you like, and it's not authentic to me. It's not really what you want to do. Don't come to me as it's more like a quid pro quo.
That doesn't mean that it's not authentic. Maybe people do want to do the things that they do, but if it goes unappreciated, you no longer want to do those things. That's just human nature.
Yeah. So I can ask you the same question. Why do you think she felt it was unappreciative?
Well, there was things that she said, even Trev pointed it out, where she said it fed her ego.
Yeah, she probably felt like she was the shit because she was getting treated like a queen.
Well, and honestly though, the whole
thing, a woman like a queen, she's supposed to feel. She's supposed to have some type of glitter around her damn head, like nigga.
But a queen also supposed to reciprocate and appreciate the things. A queen don't just say "give me, give me, give me," and I don't give shit back. Like that's not a queen. That's
no details. It was no details saying that she didn't.
Well, yeah, fair. I added the context of I believe that she was. We're going off of my context here. She never said any of these things. All she said was that he did a bunch of stuff and he just switched up. I just added the context of sometimes people say those things, but in reality, a lot of the times they're not reciprocating and the person just gets tired of doing and not receiving.
Sweeney, do you think?
So I would say the communication, but hey, look, if you like doing these things, just do it. Don't do it because you want me to do something else. Just do it because that's what you want to do. Because if we're going to be in a relationship for 10 years, 20 years, I'm telling you, you're going to probably not like me as much as you did when you first met, and all that shit going to be gone. And I think that's what the issue is. People trying to...
I know where you're coming from this from, Bruiser, because you're trying to, like, basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to argue it from a different standpoint. I see what you're trying not to yield on. It's okay.
So Darwin, to answer your question, right? If a woman is actually performing vacuum sealed Gawk 3000 double hand twist combo, right? Or this is what I'm gonna tell you. Look, and she just stops. That means she don't like you no more for a reason, or she doesn't care anymore, right? She don't love you. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, your love language has to be different. You can't, like, if you say you love me, that means nothing. If you're not gonna do the vacuum sealed combo 3000 Gawk, right? If you're not doing that, then that means you don't love me no more. If you used to do that, then you just stop. Then I say you don't love me no more. You don't, and you can't. How could you love me and not do that? You know what I'm saying? If you're capable of it, and you just say I'm going to withhold or throttle, then you lost some love for me because you know how that makes me feel, and you decided to deprive me of that, strip me of it. How could you strip me of it? So that means you don't love me. And it could be a valid reason. It could be a valid reason, but for her to just stop means you don't love me no more. And I would want to know why.
That's right. And we learn this as kids. Whenever we do good things, or our parents do something, or we do something and we get a good job, or we get some candy or a toy, we associate that behavior. We kind of consistently do that so we can get that return. But the moment that we do it and then they don't, we're like, what the fuck? I do something wrong. So I'm in agreement with you. I take if you're gonna start off giving me Gawk vacuum sealed 3000 and then just stop, I'm offended like a motherfucker. We probably finna fight. I'm like, what?
As you should.
I mean, what if my throat
I knew that's the angle you was coming from, Bruiser.
Like, damn. Don't catch a cold.
I'm saying if women can flip it on us, man, we got to be able to. I'm just saying, like, we want women to be consistent and cooperative and all these things, and then they stop. We gonna bury them under the sands. So,
see, but I think when I have those conversations, Bruce, I normally talk about it when it's without cause. That, like, you know what I mean? Anything with cause, I'm willing to you know what I mean, bend a little and have a better and I'm assuming this is with cause. She never said any of this shit. We don't actually know what happened between her and that guy. We don't know if they ever had a conversation, if he technically ever loved Bonnie, if she never reciprocated. This is just me adding shit to it. So
I got to go ahead, Marcus. Get your question, and we got to move on to the next.
I got a question for Sweeney and Trev. How long would y'all continue to do for a woman and this being unreciprocated?
Oh shit.
if it was,
we said at the same time, my mic was just muted.
The non-XP Trav.
The non-XP Sweeney.
Yeah, the non-XP.
I don't know. I learned that lesson.
I'm gonna tell you. Look, if the non-XP would actually increase what it is that they're doing to try to chase it, right? They would chase it for real. You're like, damn, this ain't working. Let me see what else could I do to get her to love me, right? That's real shit. That's how you behave when you ain't got the XP, right? Mm-hmm. But a seasoned homie with the XP, right? That's like, you know, I'm elite now. I'm like, okay, well, nah, son, fuck is this? I'm not.
So how long? Give me a time. Went 2 years.
Okay, you got to give me a 2 years of what?
He went 2 years.
It ain't gonna be no 2 years. Nothing. Nah, 2 years is crazy, bro. You know how much
so
you went 2 years?
You went 2 years. Who fault would that be?
All
Both.
right, let me ask.
If you gonna do us like that, bro, I'm if you go,
all right. Whose fault is it not,
bruh? What you mean? Give me a time frame.
Whose fault is it not? You saying it's not both of their faults? Whose fault isn't it?
Are you supposed to communicate what you expect for what you're doing? So if you go to work every day,
absolutely.
If you go to work every day and they never paid you and you showed up for 2 years,
it's your fault. It's your fault. But guess what? If they didn't pay you, if I worked every day for 2 years, they didn't pay me, can't I sue them and have them at fault too? Yes, you can.
If they didn't tell you they were
fucking
gonna pay
can.
you,
Stop
you
playing
was
with me. Yes. If they didn't know, bullshit.
If you never discussed payment, you just was showing up.
So if I was getting paid, and then my checks just stop, and they just say, "Oh no, you've defaulted into an intern." That's absurd. What are we talking about, bro? We're talking about a situation that was going on. Stop.
You never discussed payment.
We never discussed payment. Remember, you said we didn't communicate.
You said if they didn't reciprocate. There's no way, bro. It's both of their faults, because for you to know that somebody's pouring into you and you just say, hell no, I don't care about you pouring into me, I'm still going to do nothing. It's not their fault too. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? It's both of their fault.
If fair exchange ain't robbery. If you steady coming and you see somebody and get them $100 every day,
a fair exchange. No reciprocation. A fair exchange.
You never communicated what the exchange was that you wanted. So by you not saying nothing and you continuously giving them whatever you giving them, you put yourself in the trick bag, bro. You literally put yourself in the trick bag. If everything,
like I said, which is why I said he's at fault as well.
But we're assuming that she didn't. We're assuming that she didn't. There's a such thing as somebody breadcrumbing you.
Bruiser, you hear this?
But anywho, you did ask me a question.
It's abuse. You get moral about it. And
So it's abuse if you go to a woman and give her all your money and wait outside her door every day for 2 years and she don't talk to you. She abused you. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, that's financial abuse, bro. That's financial abuse.
Oh my God!
You didn't discuss the terms.
F boy abuse.
That's crazy, bro.
If somebody did that to your daughter, you wouldn't feel a way like
I would tell her you dumb. Why would you be doing this?
You just say you dumb, and you would be good with what he did.
You ain't gonna say nothing about that person. You ain't gonna say they was anything. You just gonna say she's dumb.
Now we gonna cap.
Messing with him.
Now we gonna cap.
Look, what are you gonna say about the other person? I get what you're gonna tell your daughter. What are you gonna say about that person?
I thought I taught you better than this. This is very slow. You coming and picking this boy up,
and
bringing him food and doing all his homework, and you expected to be his girlfriend and never told him. You are slow, and I raised you better than this. I definitely raised you better.
You would be hurt that my daughter let herself get finessed.
So what do you say about the other person? Are you going? Who is the other person? What do you say to them?
The other person,
good job, player. You got my daughter.
Why would I accommodate him?
They did it before.
So if you ain't gonna accommodate him, why not? I mean, he was just playing the game.
What benefit
Why
does
not
it
accommodate him? Why not say, hey, look, bro, good shit. You got my daughter. My daughter
No,
was
I'm not gonna do that, but
why not? That's the reason
I'm not
why.
happy that he did it. I'm not happy that he did it. But what I'm saying is my daughter shouldn't allow nobody to just run over her like that nonstop. If she does that, that's on her.
We unhappy about the whole situation.
Do y'all hear the words that y'all using? You saying words like run over. A person that runs over a motherfucker ain't a good person.
Look, yes. Look, if you look, Sweeney, if you sitting there rubbing feet, eating merch, you can't get no head back in terms. You doing a 61, no 69, just 61. You just rubbing her feet, massaging her back, going to work every day, giving her all your money, and she is not reciprocating none of that. And you stay in that relationship for 2 years, that's 100% your fault, bro.
I
you might have thought she was in a female dominatrix.
Why you put your daughter in this?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but the thing is that we want to talk about him or your daughter, but we never want to have a conversation about the other person. What would we call that person?
What's the word for it? You give me a word. Agree or disagree. I don't know what word you're searching for, but give me a word.
I'm asking you, like, what would you call if your daughter came home and said, "Daddy, I did all this Daddy, I did all this shit for this guy. I've been with him this long, and God, I'm hurt because I don't feel like I'm getting this energy. I'm not getting the same energy from him. I just feel used and abused."
Well, you know what I'm gonna tell that dude?
You gonna tell your daughter she's stupid?
You want to know
what are you gonna tell that dude?
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna say, "Pay my daughter or leave her alone."
Why does he need to pay her?
He's saying reciprocate or leave her alone. What? That's essentially what he's saying.
I'm asking. Why does he
pay her?
She's doing it willingly.
Then she's just, I can't say nothing to look. If she's doing it willingly, it's on her.
I already told my daughter not to do it no more.
Right.
Obviously, this guy is not going to continue to do it if he's got to pay her. So he's going to leave her alone.
What if he said no and she said yes?
What if he says no? What if he says no?
Yeah, what if he say no and your daughter still deal with him? Now what?
Oh, and
she keep doing it?
out, like fucking Eve and Adam in the garden.